Good morning. Matthew 28 and verse 2 to 4 says this: The earth shook violently as there was an earthquake, and an angel who had come from the Lord came down out of heaven, and going to where Jesus was buried, he rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothes were brilliant white. The guards were so terrified, so scared of him, that they shook and became like dead men. The moving of the stone was never for Jesus' benefit. I mean, why do you need a door? Why do you need door handles when you have supernatural ability, a metaphysical body that can walk through walls? His physical body had been transformed into a new metaphysical one. So having all the attributes of physicality and spirituality, the resurrected life as experienced in the new resurrected body seems to know no limits or boundaries. Heavy loads no longer seem heavy. In fact, they're no longer obstacles. I remember once hearing from a missionary who worked in an orphanage about the prayers of the orphanage children. Outside the orphanage was a mountain of rubbish that people from across the town, in this town in India, dumped. The children prayed for the mountain to be removed, and as they were encouraged to by the missionaries and the Christians who ran the orphanage, that week the council decided to clean up the city. They literally sent in bulldozers and trucks and cleared what was a mountain of rubbish. In this testimony, we catch a glimpse once more of the power that exists in the realm of the Spirit to move impossible loads, to shift impossible things. Those children had a surprise when they came back to school the following week. I personally think that it was a little bit odd for God to send an angel to move what was a little stone in comparison to the angel's powers and abilities. The appearance of the angel resulted in an earthquake. The physical repercussions of spiritual manifestation always does violence to darkness and brings hope to the light. Now, whilst we may never see ourselves as having as much power as an angel, it's important to remember that we are actually filled with the Holy Spirit and can do as much damage as any supernatural being sent from the throne of God. Because of the fact that we are precious sons and daughters of the Most High, we're not just servants that do His will, we're ambassadors, we're change bringers. We bring hope in a broken world. We can change the status quo. We were made for heavenly things, to lift heavy things, to roll away stones that cover those who are in darkness and death. We were made to bring hope, to bring life, to live extraordinary lives. So in this world, we prophesy in part, we're moved in part by the prophetic realm of the Spirit, and we bring what we have of it to this realm. Eventually, we'll have a body just like Jesus's, in which we're transformed into His likeness. On that day, no heavy lifting will be required. No obstacles will ever be able to block our pathways. We practice now, though, the realities of that which is to come. So I pray today that you'll remember the angel wasn't sent because Jesus had an obstacle that stopped him getting out of the tomb. The angel was sent for our benefit, to show that God had done something extraordinary. And we are sent by heaven into places where there are darkness and people are covered in tombs, to bring them out of their bondages. The Lord bless you. I pray you have a great day, and I pray today you would lift some heavy stones.